The smooth, multi-laned highway out of Erbil gives way to a bumpy road winding through the hills east of Mosul. And finally, a dirt lane that vehicles bounce over, kicking up clouds of dust in the approach to the edge of Bashika. Ambulances are lined up in a dusty field. Paramedics and soldiers mill around, keeping an eye on the town where Peshmerga are fighting to clear the remaining ISIS militants holed up there and disarm IEDs. The occasional sound of an explosion and sporadic gunfire echo off the surrounding hills. The medical department of the Peshmerga ministry is doing its best to care for the injured soldiers. Not just Kurds, but also Iraqi soldiers, Shiite fighters, and even ISIS militants.
We are treating even the Iraqi soldiers and Hashd al-Sha'bi everywhere in Kurdistan, in Duhok or in Erbil or in Sulaimania. There is no difference regarding the treatment. We are offering help, and till now we don't find their help.
But they have shortages of everything: medical staff, ambulances, even basic supplies like tourniquets. Only recently have they been able to use police helicopters to transfer the severely wounded to hospitals throughout the Kurdistan region. But there are no specialized military hospitals in the region.
field hospital very nice.
A coalition warplane has just carried out an airstrike on Bashika.
It's great.
But the head of the Peshmerga medical department says the services they can provide are too little. He would like to see a field hospital on every front line.
مستشفى متنقل بايا زور لجاني برا بيشمركة كان تشتر دبو مشكلة أو يعني مفادنا دبو يعني مضاعفاتي برينداري يعني مشاكل برينداري زور ندبو.
When a soldier is injured, he or she is brought back to the medical teams. Relaxed while explaining to us what happens when they received an injured Peshmerga from the front.
يعني خوين بردانك بي يعني هنا سقطع كردنك بي أكسجيني بيوز بي أما بوين دقين حتى مسافات لقل يندتين يعني ولكن أو حالتين أو إسعاف ربداتن أما دبي سيطري لسبكين.
The medical team suddenly tensed. All their eyes turned towards Bashika. A brief siren had been heard. The signal that an injured Peshmerga was coming back. The medical team jumped into action, donning gloves, prepping a stretcher, bandages, syringes. It turned out to be a false alarm. The driver had hit the wrong button. The medical team relaxed, thankful that this time none of their fellow soldiers had been injured.
اما حزدكن ما شهيد بين تلوانهن حزدكن ما برين دار بين تلوانهن حزدكن ساري ما قلبي اما شهيد بين بمرين بس تلوانهن.
Foreign volunteer agencies are also helping to provide medical care under the authority of the Peshmerga ministry. Frontier Alliance International is an American Christian NGO. They have been working on the Bashika front since the Mosul offensive began on October 17th. The director of the organization appealed to the international community, his own government in particular, to provide more medical assistance to the Peshmerga, saying that Kurdish soldiers have needlessly died on the road to the hospital.
The first fatality came through. He died on the way to the CCP, and then the second one came in on a gunner truck. And our driver and our translator for the day ran down the berm as the gunner truck came up, and we ran down with him to collect the man that was in the back of the truck. And we picked him up out of the truck, and as we did, our translator said, "This is," and he said his name, and he said, "This is my friend." And we picked him up and we put him into the ambulance, and they drove off, and we sat there in silence for 5 minutes with our friend, our translator, who was had just picked his friend's lifeless body up.